Are you looking to attract more dream clients who actually pay you a lot more for doing what you actually love doing and are easier to manage? Or how would you like to double your sales in the next few months while spending the same or even less on your marketing? If you're interested in any of those two scenarios, then this will probably be the most important information you'll ever need. Here's why. I'm going to share with you what I believe to be the most important secret of all business. When you use these strategies, traffic will never be a problem again, because these are proven strategies that have been used in countless industries and is responsible for billions of dollars worth of sales. And using these strategies, you can build empires that stand the test of time and can outlast any economic situations, whether it's COVID-19 or COVID-25. So if you're ready to discover the 5 best kept secrets in business, then I want you to watch this video till the end. It'll be worth your while. Secret number 1 is you want to get to a new level of NMSC with your prospects. If you want to double your sales, you have to get to a new level of NMSC with your prospects. You need to get inside your prospect's mind and figure out the number 1 hair on fire problem that they have. You need to understand what keeps them awake at night. You need to find out why they're banging their heads on the wall. You need to find out what the answers that they're struggling with that they really are desperately in need of an answer to. Knowing those problems is key to doubling your sales, because once you know their problems, you can offer a solution. And when you offer a solution to their number 1 hair on fire problem, that's when your sales start rolling in. Now the only problem is you're not a mind reader. How do you get inside your prospect's mind and figure out what your audience is struggling with? It's simple. All you'll need is 2 to 3 major keywords or search phrases around your product or service, and once you have that in place, you need to do some detective work. The first place you're going to take those search phrases is straight to Google. When you type a search phrase into the Google search bar, Google gives you an aggregate view of related searches, which means you get to see the exact questions that your prospects are asking during their research process. So you'll get an exact list of words and search phrases that your customers are searching for related to your product or service, and that's going to be an invaluable insight into their thought process, and it'll help you identify the real problems that they're struggling with. Now, unfortunately, actually reading your customer's mind isn't a possibility, but Answer the Public is the next best thing you have to go for. This tool is incredibly valuable. It's one of the best kept secrets in the sales and marketing industry, and it's going to give you invaluable insight into what your customers are thinking. At Answer the Public, you just type in your keyword or search phrase, and the tool generates a diagram of related searches. Depending on your search phrase, you can get hundreds of results that give you direct insight into what your customers are thinking, what they're asking, what they're struggling with, and their hot button issues. Industry forums is probably the next best place to go to if you want to get into your customers' heads. Because if you see or notice any kind of theme in their questioning, like are they banging their heads against the walls for the same issue over and over again, then that's probably a hot button issue, and it's going to ramp up your sales if you're able to solve those issues. And if there are any Facebook groups or pages around your niche, you'll want to explore each group to see what kind of conversations are happening there, because people don't tend to hold back when it comes to social media, and they actually are very open when it comes to social media, and they speak a lot about their problems and issues, which you can use to your advantage. Thankfully, you don't need to go through all these Facebook groups one by one. You can use a Facebook data mining tool like Social Lead Freak that'll mine all these comments and questions for you, and it'll give you the valuable insights that you need. And finally, reading through Amazon reviews is a quick and easy way for you to get inside your customers' heads, because this way you can easily understand what they want, what they need, and how you can deliver it. You want to read through all the 5-star reviews to see what people love, but more importantly, you want to read through all the 1 and 2-star reviews to see what people think is missing. So once you see what people think is missing, you know that your competitors aren't solving that problem, and you can fill in that missing link, and all that business is yours for the taking. Using this market research strategy, you can figure out all the questions that the people are asking related to your product or service, and it's going to give you all the intel you need to figure out the number 1 hair on fire problem that they have. And once you figure that out, all you need to do now is to craft the solution and watch your sales double in the process. Step number 2 is you want to appeal to the larger market. Using this strategy, you're going to dramatically increase the number of prospects you're talking to. Thereby, you're going to put yourself light years ahead of your competition. And once you do that, it's no wonder you're going to double your sales. This strategy is called lead generation, and it's a 2-step strategy. Unlike most businesses which just directly go and sell to their customers like, man, I have a computer, I have these games, do you want to buy them? blah blah blah, and just directly going and selling, that's a one-step strategy. But this lead generation is a two-step strategy where you want to drive as much as people as possible into your funnel. Step one is all about driving traffic into your funnel. If you want to drive more traffic, you can't be reliant on one source of traffic to do all of it for you. Let's say you're only using Google AdWords for driving traffic to your funnel. If you're doing that, then you're just forgetting about all the other sources like Facebook ads, SEO, affiliate marketing, and all of that. And that means if, say, for whatever reason Google ads get shut down, or maybe they shut down your account, then you're left with no source of traffic, and that's zero sources of sales other than word of mouth. So by maintaining multiple sources of traffic, you're making sure you have a constant flow of leads flowing through your business, and you have a larger audience to work with. And the more traffic sources you have, the less affected you will be if one of those sources don't work out. That doesn't mean you have to start advertising on all kinds of social platforms like Google, Facebook, and Instagram and all of that, because the key to success when it comes to a variety of traffic sources is to start out small and just start out with one channel. Get that channel to a point where you have an offer that's converting profitably, as in you're making more money than you spend. Once you do that, you can figure out your cost per acquisition, cost per lead, and stuff like that. Then you take all the profits that you made from this channel and then just roll it into another channel. Now you want to repeat this process for different traffic channels and compare your cost per leads and cost per acquisitions, and just try to figure out which traffic channels are converting best for you. Once you have a list of traffic channels that you find the most profitable, you can pick out the top 3 channels that you find the most profitable and then just spread all your resources across all of them. And that's because when you have 3, then let's say you have traffic channels A, B, and C. If A is running into issues with maybe, let's say, Google is shutting your account down for some or the other reason, then you still have traffic channels B and C to keep you up and running and have a consistent flow of leads running through your business, while you can focus on getting A back on track and getting A back to work. Once you're done with this step, and that is you're driving a larger audience in your funnel through multiple traffic sources, you want to move to the next step. And that is you want to appeal to a larger percentage of the market than your competitors. So let me give you an analogy. 3% of your audience in any given market are the type of people who are interested and are ready to buy right now. The next 17% of your audience are in the information gathering mode. The next 20% of your audience are problem aware. That is, they know that they have a problem and that they need help, but they aren't actively researching to solve that problem or find a solution. The next 30% of people are people who are not problem aware, that is, they don't know that they have a problem and that they need help. And after that, you have the final 30% of people who wouldn't buy from you anyway. They're just not your ideal clients. The problem is most businesses and most of your competition are focusing solely on the 3% of people who are ready to buy right now. They're just looking to purchase right now. So they just directly go to their customers and say, I sell these services, I sell these products, do you want to buy them? And that's why they're struggling a lot. But what you want to do is different. It's a 2-step process. Because you're not going to double your sales just by focusing on the 3% of the people who are ready to buy right now. Because when you just focus on the 3% of the people, you are typically just putting all your efforts on 3% of your audience and letting go of this rest of the 67% of people who are potentially going to buy from you. And you're of course not going to double your sales by doing that. So if you really want to move the needle on those sales numbers, then you will have to make sure that you're moving those 67% of the prospects to a higher level of the pyramid, and you're also making sure that those prospects are 100% invested and ready to buy from you once the time comes. Now, should you spend some of your time, efforts, and energy on targeting those 3% of people who are ready with their wallets and are itching to buy? Yes, but you should also spend just as much as efforts and time and energy to get the rest of the 67% of people move to a closer stage of the purchase, and in particular, making a purchase from you. Now, if you want to appeal to a larger percentage of your market, that is the rest of the 67% of your market, you need to make sure you establish yourself as someone they can trust. And how do you do that? It's by becoming the go-to authority in your niche, or someone that they learn from, someone that they see as an expert in that industry. And to do that, you don't necessarily need to have a big YouTube channel with millions of followers and millions of followers on Instagram and stuff like that. All you need to do is to add some value to that audience and take advantage of every opportunity you have to add value to that 67% of your audience. Because if you add value, then they're the first connection with you and that industry and solving that problem. They want to learn more from you, and once they learn more from you, they see you as the authority in the niche. So what you have to do is publish some lead magnets, give them free webinars, give people a free seminar, or add some value to them before you want them to make a purchase. That way you establish yourself as someone they can trust. The point in doing all of this is, first you have to be visible, and then you have to provide value, and then you have to establish trust. By focusing on becoming an authority in your niche, you're going to make sure you come in the radar of people who are on every stage of the funnel or every stage of the market. So if they're the top 3% of people, of course they want to buy from the best, and they see you as an authority, so they will of course come and buy from you. And the next 17% of the people who are in the information gathering phase, they see you and they stumble on your content and they want to buy from you. The rest, the other 30% or 20% of people who are problem aware, you're encouraging them to do more research with you, so again they come to buy from you. And even the last 30% of people who aren't even problem aware, once they're problem aware, you're always there to give them a solution for their problems. So this strategy is what I think is a bulletproof strategy, which is not only going to help you drive more sales, but it's also going to get people who are not even problem aware buy from you. If you like this video, then make sure to hit the thumbs up, and if you want more videos like this, then just subscribe to my channel, and that will encourage me to make more videos like this. So just comment below on what was your biggest takeaway from this video, because this video took me quite a bit of time to make. Actually, it took me like 3 days to make. So just comment below on your biggest takeaway from this video, and I'll see you in my next video.